It's week 8 on Wegovy, and since you're going to be watching this video the week of New Year's, I thought it would be kind of cool to find foods that are eaten around the world at New Year's. So this week we're going to be making a winter fruit salad. We're also going to be doing fish tacos, some souvlaki sheet pan pork, and then finally some venison chili with sweet cornbread. So all of the recipes will be linked below in the description. If you're interested in a detailed calorie and macro breakdown on everything that I ate this week, there will be a link to my FitnessPal profile below. Or if you're just interested in the breakdown on the things that we're making today, you can head over to my Instagram for those details as well. If any of these recipes sound good to you, be sure to give me a like for the YouTube algorithm. I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get cooking. All right, we're gonna make some winter fruit salad. We're gonna use some grapes, an apple, a pomegranate, some oranges, and then the dressing is gonna be lemon juice, lime juice, and a little bit of honey.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious, idiots, thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, no, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, no, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, no, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, no, not yet, whoa. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, no, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, no, not yet, whoa. I'm not gonna wake up. Think I'd try this a new way. I'm gonna show you the tricks that I know. I'm getting tired of talking, and I need more of a show right now. It's time that you made your mind.
All right, let's taste this fruit salad. Trying to get a little bit of everything on here. Really tasty. The citrus juice really makes everything warm, right? Which, duh. But I guess I didn't think it would make that much difference. And the honey definitely sweetened everything up, even though there was hardly any in there for the amount of fruit it was. I will say, pomegranate seeds are not as good as I remember as a kid. When I was little, we used to get pomegranates, and I remember we would pop them in our mouths. If you've never had pomegranates, like the seeds just pop, and there's just tons of juice. and we would suck all the pulp off of the little seeds and just spit the seeds out, which you're not really supposed to do. Like, you're just supposed to eat the seeds. So that makes it have a lot of fiber and all the things, really high in antioxidants. It's a great fruit for you, but yummy flavor, weird texture. Anyway, it's a really good fruit salad, super easy to throw together. You can put whatever kind of fruit you want in there. I kept forgetting to do a taste test earlier in the week, so we're now on Wednesday, and this is what the apples look like. They're still not brown, so plenty of citrus in there to keep the apples from browning. Works great. Give it a try. It was really, really easy to throw together and super delicious way to eat some fruit. All right, guys, getting ready to do some prep for my lunch this week, which is the cod fish tacos. We're going to need some cilantro, some shredded cabbage. The recipe calls for green and purple cabbage and carrots. I'm not really a big fan of the carrots in this, so I just helped myself out and bought some shredded cabbage. We need some corn tortillas, some salt, some cumin, lime juice. Also need some cod or whatever fish you like. Cod was on sale this week, so that's what I got. Also got some mayonnaise, some tahini, and some 0% fat Greek yogurt. Let's make this thing.
Talking, going round and around, back around. I will fight like no other every day. I won't stop like the others. I will stay. 'Cause now is the right time, and I'm feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I know I can win right now. You got me up tonight, 'cause loving you is like I'm walking a tightrope so high. I won't be turning around, no, I won't be turning around. It's the right time, you feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I will win tonight. I think I'll do it on my way. I'm gonna show you what I'm going through. Get you out of your comfort zone. 'Cause I need more of the truth right now. It's time that you made your mind up. 'Cause lately all it ever does is change. Feels like we're only talking. Going round and around, back around. I will fight like no other every day. I won't stop like the others. I will stay. 'Cause now is the right time, and I'm feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I know I can win right now. You got me up tonight, 'cause loving you is like I'm walking a tightrope so high. I won't be turning around, no, I won't be turning around. It's the right time, you feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I will win tonight. Don't forget it, don't forget it, don't forget it. We'll turn this around. Don't forget it, don't forget it, don't forget it. We'll turn this around. I was yours for the taking. Guess I needed a home. But if I'm not mistaken, you were good on your own. And I know I was drunk enough. Didn't know it would mess me up, yeah. Now I'm dreaming.
Hey y'all, it's been a crazy morning. Been trying to catch up on some house stuff and I almost forgot to do a taste test for you on these tacos. So I'm gonna try them out. They're kind of messy. You've got the crunch from the slaw, and the fish is really soft and tender. There's the tang from all the lime and that tahini. It's so good. It really is. And honestly, it's not that difficult to put together. Also, I'm really glad I didn't put the water in the sauce. It needed the kind of thickness in order to stick to the fish. It's already kind of runny from the dressing and the slaw and everything else. I think that slaw could use more cabbage for the amount of dressing that's in it. But I mean, honestly, like the flavor is impeccable. It's amazing. I'm glad I put that little bit of extra salt in the sauce though, because I think it needed it. But man, you guys should make this. It's really good. Really, really good. This is probably one of my favorite lunches I've made so far. All right, y'all. Have a good day. All right, we're going to work on the marinade for my Greek marinated pork sheet pan dinner. This is similar to the chicken sheet pan. I'm doing the pork. So we need some sea salt, some white wine vinegar, avocado oil, oregano, basil, cumin, paprika, some garlic, lemon, and then of course the pork. And we're going to get this marinating so that it's good and flavored for tonight before we make dinner. All right, so we're going to start with 5 cloves of garlic. All right, these are some excessively large cloves of garlic, so I'm going with 3, which is really more like 6, but when it comes to garlic, more is more, right? Oh, it was apparently twins. So you can micropane garlic if you want to. I always just find it easiest to just smash the crap out of it with my knife. This way I don't have to make another dish to clean. And once it's all smashed up like that, it's really easy to just run your knife through it a couple times. And you've got chopped garlic. Alright. That didn't take long at all. And the garlic in there. Well, that was a horrifying sound. Okay. Do 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. This may end up being more because this guy is, I can feel it, really juicy. Upside down. Whoa. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar. I'm going to do 1/4 cup of olive oil. Sorry, not olive oil, avocado oil. Two teaspoons of oregano. One teaspoon of basil. One teaspoon of cumin. One teaspoon of salt. And 1 teaspoon of paprika. Come on, friend. Stir that up to get everything distributed. Oh, these pieces are bigger than I thought. I'm gonna go ahead and put these down, and there's some really big chunks of fat on here. I'm gonna trim that a little bit. This is just pork shoulder. You can use pork loin if you want to. I like something with a little bit of fat in it because fat is flavor. Alright. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some plastic wrap on this and shove it in the fridge until it's time for dinner, and I'm just gonna basically cut up some veggies and throw this on the pan with it, and done. try out this pork. It's really tender. Could use a little more salt. But, Even though I put the zucchini in later, it's still a little further along than I'd like, but the flavor is delicious. Amazing. You should make this. It's good. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to throw together some venison chili. This is not really much of a recipe. This is kind of one of those things that I throw together. So I'm going to do my best to keep track of all the ingredients and write them down, except for the spices. Y'all, that's, you season with your heart. So anyway, I have some ground venison from a hunting trip that a friend of ours took and they gave us. It's about 2 pounds-ish, just shy. And then we've got cumin, onion powder, garlic powder, oregano, chili powder, paprika, cayenne, coriander, and red pepper flakes. It's basically taco seasoning plus a little. And then I have some beef bouillon that I may or may not use, but it's got MSG in it, so delicious. I've got some diced tomatoes for chili, some crushed tomatoes, tomato paste, a couple of onions. This back here is maseca, which is an instant corn flour. It acts as a thickener and it adds a really nice flavor kind of in the background. I've got great northern beans, pinto beans, and ranch style beans. Yes, I know Texans don't have beans in their chili. I've lived in Texas for 14 years, but I like beans in my chili. Thank you very much. We've got pink salt and pink Himalayan salt, not pink salt, and black pepper, corn, so fresh ground black pepper. Guys, words are hard today, apparently. And then I have a tiny bit of avocado oil. So let's throw this together. We're just gonna do 1 tablespoon of oil. We don't need a lot. I mean, honestly, we don't need oil, but there are a lot of fat-soluble flavor compounds in the spices that we're gonna use. Good grief, why was that so hard to get out of my mouth? So I don't really necessarily, well, no, I don't really want these. Got some onion paper in there. I don't want these onions really to like brown and caramelize, which I'll be honest is not the easiest thing to avoid in one of these things. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on it, and I'm gonna help it along by adding my salt because that will help it release more liquid. I have no idea how much salt that was. About that much. Okay, so here we go with the spices. Yes, I am adding them already. I'm going to start with a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder. Dehydrated onion and fresh onion have very different flavors because they are roasted, or they are dehydrated sometimes, not always. This is cayenne. I'm probably only going to do about like quarter of a teaspoon. Do a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of coriander. Oh, I love how coriander smells. It smells so good. A full teaspoon of Mexican oregano. If you don't have Mexican oregano, plain old oregano works just fine. I'm gonna do like a quarter of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I can always add more, it's awfully hard to add less. A teaspoon of paprika. You noticing the thing? And I'm gonna do a tablespoon of chili powder. I'm probably gonna want more of this, but 3 teaspoons equals a tablespoon. And those were kind of heaped. I am also going to add a heaped teaspoon of beef bouillon powder. Okay, I'm going to keep these spices close by because I have a feeling they're going to need some adjusting. Oh, don't put your face over that. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of water into this just to make sure it doesn't burn. I don't want those spices to burn. These onions are going to have plenty of time to cook because I'm going to leave this kind of on all day. I'm using my pressure cooker because I accidentally left my Dutch oven at Nikki's for Thanksgiving and I haven't gotten it back yet. Okay, so I'm going to add in the venison. Again, this is just shy of 2 pounds of venison. You do not have venison, just use ground beef. That's what we normally use for chili. I just have this in my freezer and I have had it for quite some time, so I want to get rid of it. Okay, so I'm gonna move this to the side here. I'm gonna open up my tomato paste. Probably should have done this before I added the venison, but it is what it is. Always a good idea to cook out your tomato paste a little bit. Kind of got that tinny flavor, and cooking it out really helps out with that whole business. Oh, look at that. Okay. So this will develop a fond on the bottom of the pan. It'll also darken in color. Stir it in with the beef. Or not the beef, the venison. The liquid from the venison can help get that off the bottom of the pan. Still gonna just let this kind of go a little bit. I'm gonna get to opening all these cans. All right, I think that's good enough. Put these diced tomatoes in. I'm probably gonna add a little bit of water to these cans just to get the rest of the seasonings out of them. Some liquid from those tomatoes to release any fond from the bottom of the pan. So yeah, the reason I kind of held off on the seasoning because those tomatoes and the ranch style beans both have more seasoning in them. Turn that down to simmer. Just for now. And then I'll put it on slow cook once I actually have the lid on it. Look away, Texans. I also hate kidney beans with the fiery passion of 1,000 suns, but if you like kidney beans, you go right on ahead and use them. They just have an awful texture to me. I hate how mealy they are. I prefer pinto beans and Great Northern beans. They're very, very creamy and happy. And I keep the bean water in because they've got, I mean, it's a good thickener. That to me, honestly, feels a little light on the beans. I like a lot of beans in my chili, but that's all I got. So it's all I'm using. I feel like chili is very much a personal preference kind of dish. Like, You season it until it's the flavor you want, until it's the spice level you want, until whatever. How do you guys eat your chili? Do you put like cheese and sour cream and green onion and all that? Are you a Ritz cracker kind of person? All right, so what I'm gonna do now that I have all that in there, I'm gonna turn this to slow cook on high, or basically until my husband gets home. Leave that on steam because you don't want it on pressure. And probably in a couple of hours, I'll come and taste it and see if I feel like it needs anything.
To the ocean, yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good.
All right, I'm gonna make my sweet cornbread. This is a very cakey cornbread. It's definitely not the crumbly cast iron kind of shortbread. It's very moist. Anyway, we're gonna need some butter, flour, oil, cornmeal, some salt, baking powder, milk. I'm gonna use cashew milk and salt. Sugar. All right, that's it. Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sunset, it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Here we go. All right. Now this Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance. Come on. We're gonna dance, have a good time, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Taste this chili. It's really good. One of the things I did look at, because it was tasting a little acidic from the tomatoes, I found this trick online. You add a little bit of baking soda to it, it'll help neutralize the acid in the tomatoes. It kind of takes the acidity down so you can taste the savoriness. I will always do that in my chili from now on, because it really, really helped a lot. And that made it so I didn't have to add sugar. So chili is really yummy. The cornbread, unfortunately, fell apart when I tried to take it out of the bundt. I didn't grease it enough because I didn't want to put a whole bunch of fat on it. But it's really good. It's my favorite cornbread recipe, so I've had it a million times, but really good. You should make this.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne?
All right, guys, that's it for this week. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and let me know in the comments which recipe you're planning to try. I post cooking and weight loss videos every week, so if you're not subscribed, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you'll know as soon as my results video goes live later on this week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.